What's up guys, I'm back with another video, and in this video might be a very special video, right? So yes, it's about Eliud Kipchoge, right? So before you watch this video, if you don't know who's Eliud Kipchoge, please search on the internet. Like, this guy is gonna he is really famous for like one particular reason, right? He's a Kenya runner, and he goes to Olympic, he wins like many medals and all that stuff. And yes, and he is a very long, like elite runner, right? Eliud Kipchoge, right? So what is so special about this dude, right? Let me explain who's Eliud Kipchoge is. So yeah, I'm searching up. So Eliud Kipchoge, is a marathon runner. We all know that, and also his current, like marathon world record holder was a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 39 seconds, right? Yeah, so what about this guy? And this year in 2019, Eliud Kipchoge, he's been doing like massive training. Like, he does like everything to maximize his like speed for long distance. He does like tons of training, tons of like go on a strong diet, and he's just getting like so many like supports and help, and spending so much money and effort. Like, everybody like like who know Eliud Kipchoge, like support him. Like, they support him as much as he can, do everything correct as possible, so he can sub a 2-hour marathon. This video is extremely important, and I suggest you share this video to all your friends, all the people that you know, or people that you don't even know, but everybody should know who Eliud Kipchoge is. This is gonna be insane, man. Like, the reason why I have to make this video, the day before, he take a race, is because, man. So this is the video that I make on, October 11, 2019, right? But his race day actually starts tomorrow, as you are watching this. So it's gonna start on October 12th, 2019, right? And I don't know like where it is. Like, I heard that it's somewhere like in Asia or something like that, but I just want him to sub, like a 2-hour marathon. So I think I know what the race will look like, right? So Eliud Kipchoge, will race, like in, a very, like very long loop with like very few curves. Yeah, because if you run in curves, it does kind of slow you down a bit, right? They do testing, they do everything, like keep track of their pace and all stuff. I mean, for you to have a really good pace for long distance, you just have to hold your pace, right? Let me compare difference between, short and long distance. Short distance, you just need to be a little bulker, and like run as hard as you can, for short distance. But for long distance, it's most likely like a pace holder, right? But Eliud Kipchoge, biggest goal in his life is to sub a 2-hour marathon. And one time, he did almost sub a 2-hour marathon, but it does not count as official record because it wasn't in the race, right? I mean, yeah, so I just read from this website, can Eliud Kipchoge run a sub 2-hour marathon? It all comes. Like, if we step forward like 1 in like 23 prediction curves from, March 26, 2017, discovered that Kipchoge will expect to run maybe like 2 hours and 40 seconds. A lot of people speculate that Eliud Kipchoge, can like get like, like 159 or possibly 158, right? Because the fastest half marathon world record holder was not him, but it was somebody else. This guy got like 58:01 and broke it this year. So I believe Eliud Kipchoge can break a 2-hour marathon, as long as he does not make any mistake. Yes, you cannot afford any mistake, man, if you perform at his best, right? We hope that he gets a lot of rest. He has to keep his body really healthy, so that way he does not like faint out in the middle of a marathon. There'll be the crowd, cheering him up. Yes, it's a very important, like how to run fast for long distance. And also, not just only Kipchoge. Yeah, because if Kipchoge runs by himself, he's not gonna run fast at all, right? I've been saying this, man. Like, for you to run faster, you have to run with people, right? And there's 41, like elite runner just like him, not as good as him, but they just probably gonna, aid him or assist him, to like hold that pace, right? And there'll be car, like with the green line stuff, and yeah, like there'll just be like a lots of aids and helper, to make sure Kipchoge can hold and maintain that pace for 2 hours and make sure he doesn't break it, right? Yeah, I know that running long distance does, I know that a lot of people cannot run long distance, but I can run long distance, right? But I'm definitely not as fast as Kipchoge, right? I'm definitely not as fast, right? Yeah, I mean, I do run like, 10 or 20 miles, probably around like a 7 minute pace, but he does this like at a 4:30 pace. I'm like, come on, man, like his speed is like almost double as mine. Well, not really double, like 1.5, 1.6, right? Yeah, so do you, okay, so when you watch this video, you've been telling me like, how fast is 2 hour marathon, pace, a 2 hour marathon pace? Oh, it is extremely fast. Like it is a 4:34 pace per mile. So in order for you to run a sub 2 hour marathon, you need to have an average mile pace of 4:34. You have to run 4:34 pace for 26.22 miles or for at least 2 hours. That's how long you run in order for you to break a 2 hour marathon. And that is like seemingly impossible, right? Yes, you will need, good genetics, that help you run faster. You need like to do everything for you run that much. I cannot even run at that pace, for 1 mile, let alone I cannot do it for a whole marathon, right? I mean, you've been asking me like, how long can you run at 4:34 pace for? That's I can run at 4:34 pace, as a result, but I cannot do it for the whole marathon. Definitely not a mile, so definitely not a marathon. So I can run that's like my best pace for like maybe 800 meter, right? Yeah, so my best 800 meter, or you can call it half mile, is that I ran like 2 minutes and 18 seconds, right? So if I run a half mile at 2:17, then that'll be a 4:34 pace, right? So I'm just like 1 second off, but I don't really train for 800 meter. I really train for like mainly running 5 miles or 10 miles, right? Yeah, I mean, I could get like 2:10 if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I don't like running short distance, to be honest, right? Yeah, like most people cannot run at a 4:34 pace. Some people top speed ain't even that fast, right? See, so Eliud Kipchoge, endurance is like 50 or even it's at least 50 times longer than my endurance, right? Mainly I just sprint, after 2-3 minutes I already get tired, but he has to do it for 2 hours at least, or under 2 hours, less than 2 hours, right? Because he has to break a marathon. A marathon sub 2 hours, right? Now the weather, everything has to be perfect. He needs to feel well, like so many factors have to be, like in a positive way, right? In a beneficial way. And if one of them negative, then he might not break 2 hour marathon. Like, I really pray so hard, man. This guy needs to break a 2 hour marathon. He's really obsessed with it. He really wants to break 2 hours. I really want you to break 2 hours, man. I really want you, so that way I can talk to you through YouTube, get my channel popular because of you. Thank you, Eliud Kipchoge. Please break a 2 hour. Please do it for the whole world. Nobody can do it but you. Okay? You have to do it. Please, man. So let me say something, man. So let's say that I see Eliud Kipchoge, like, let's say that millions of people watching like Eliud Kipchoge, bro, say, yeah, guys, go, man, let's go. And man, if he finished a marathon like in like less than like 20 or 10 seconds, like, oh my god, I'll be literally crying if this happens, right? If he's within, like a minute. But if he's like if he's a little bit slower than like 2 hour, marathon, if he's like, 2 hours 10 minutes or 2 hours 20 or a little bit slower, then I won't be, I would say, so close, man. It'll be like devastating and frustrating, right? But people will just literally cry if if he just barely sub a 2 hour marathon, right? But if he gets to like 158 or 157, then that just be pretty exciting, right? He can possibly get 157. You never know what's gonna happen, right? Sometimes, people can perform, at their best, out of just nowhere, right? Just like I did, right? Sometimes I run faster than I thought. Sometimes I run a little bit slower than I thought. Yes. Yes, looking future can sometimes be a little scary because it's unpredictable, right? You never know what happened, right? I mean, he'll be famous just like, Roger Bannister, right? If you know who that guy is, he's a famous guy, that broke a 4 minute mile barrier, like about like 45 or 50 plus years ago. He broke a 4 minute mile in like in 1954, having a time of 3:59, right? Roger Bannister, right? So he's gonna be famous just like this dude, Eliud Kipchoge, if he breaks a 2 hour marathon, which he has not done it yet, but as a recorded video. But if he done it, then comment below. Comment below like what time you think Eliud Kipchoge will get, right? I'm predicting Eliud Kipchoge will, yeah, he probably on the margin of 2 hour, maybe a little under, maybe 159, like 50, 50 or 55, or maybe a little more, like 2 hours, 15 seconds. Oh, let me say that why everybody think Eliud Kipchoge can break 2 hour marathon, because look what happened a couple years ago, man. I mean, yeah, he's not in his mid age yet. He's only age 34. I mean, the mid age is around like maybe age 40 or even 45, right? Or maybe high 30, like 30, 39. This may be his last year or so. He really needs to get under 2 hours, because as he gets older, he might get a little bit slower, or he might stay the same, right? Yeah, so he's age 34, so he's pretty much like done, gaining speed and all that stuff. He's pretty much done. But yeah, I mean, if he was young like me, then for sure he can sub a 2 hour marathon, right? Because I'm only 21 right now, as I record this video, right? Let me explain what happened 2 years ago, man. So 2 years ago, it was not a race, but there was so many people, helping pace, and there was car, getting green light, like keep track of his pace and, maintain his pace, and Eliud Kipchoge follow his pace, but he was only 25 seconds away from the sub 2 hour barrier, like less than a minute. Like, this is insane, man. Like, nobody has ever gotten that fast, right? Nobody has ever gotten like under like 2 hours and 1 minute, right? Except for Eliud Kipchoge, right? And he plans, so for him to sub a 2 hour marathon, he needs to beat his record by at least 25 seconds. And you know what that means. That means for every mile, he needs to run like 1 second faster, which is absolutely like nothing, right? Running 1 second minutes per mile faster is like nothing. You can like make up even like as short as maybe like 5K or 10K, but 3K maybe not. But yeah, so it only takes maybe like 1 or 2 miles just to make up, just the sprint, right? Some people even sprint, the core mile like in like 50, like 58 seconds. So a 4:30 pace, so that means that you have to run like 67 seconds, right? So that's like 8 seconds hiccup there already. So Eliud Kipchoge just need to maintain pace. So I suggest that if he gets like mile 24, mile 23, or mile 25, he just needs to sprint all he got, man. Until he fainted out. Like, do that, man. Do it for us. Do it, man. Just to break 2 hour barrier. Right? He may be. So around like, I'm predicting about Eliud Kipchoge. So around like 20 or 21 miles, he may be like maybe within like 10 or 20 seconds off, the sub 2 hour marathon. But then he's gonna go all out sprinting, man. Until he gaps out, and maybe he can make up some second there, here and left and right, and so he's just gonna have like maybe a few seconds off before the 2 hour thing is gone. So it's official that he might race on October 12th, but if something goes wrong, or for some reason something's not right, then it might get delayed a little bit. But this is the best opportunity for Eliud Kipchoge to break 2 hour marathon, right? And do you know like how he's gonna do it? He knows he can do it. He knows he has the ability to do it if he does everything correctly, affording like no silly mistakes. He put his mind to it, he work hard, and he does it, right? Same thing with you guys, man. If you want to achieve something in life, you just have to put your mind to it, you know. Don't wait. Start your goal now. Strike now, man. Yeah, that's what exactly Kipchoge do. So the minute he's determined, he does it right away, right? That's how you be successful, right? Now I'm teaching you this, right? So Eliud Kipchoge, you know, like, yeah, so that's all I have to say for this video, you know. Please, you know, hit a like button, you know. So this is me, you know, talking about him, right? So it's called the Indonesia Challenge, right? You know, the 159, right? Yeah, man, so I honestly cannot even sub, you know, even a 3 hour marathon, right? So if I run a marathon, I'll probably be like half the speed. I'll probably get maybe like 3:30 or 3:20, something like that. But yeah, because I'm terrible in long distance. Well, I'm pretty good long distance, you know, compared to regular people. I'm not as good as Eliud Kipchoge, right? So let me go over as a recap. So that means that for every mile he run, he has to run, you know, 450, or for every kilometer he run. So so mile per pace will be 434, right? And convert that to kilometers. If people don't want to, you know, represent the mile as a 434, then for kilometer it's like 250, right? I mean, of course, kilometer is shorter than the mile, right? He has to run over 4 kilometers, you know, maintain at a pace. Let's see if he can do it. If he can't do it, then it is what it is, man. There's nothing else, you know, we can do about it. It's all up to Kipchoge, man. So yeah. Peace out and good luck to you, Eliud Kipchoge. I wish the best to all of you, man. Everybody wish the best. Do what you can, man. Get ready. Let's do it, man. The Indonesia Challenge.